Hush now, dry your eyes. Fate is upon us, the changing of times. Welcome, blood red skies, burn in the wake of a world left behind. Can't escape the fallout. Feel the fire rain down. See the shadows rising all around. Can't escape the fallout. Down to the ashes, bones are left to dry. Waves of desolation, there's nowhere safe to Can't escape the fallout. Feel the fire rain down. See the shadows rising all around. Can't escape the fallout.
Yeah, the garage behind it. There's buses here. I'm on the bus in the back, the red one. Yeah. Getting the one with the red. Oh, yeah.
It was Freddy. Freddy Fitzgerald. Who's our lovely bus driver today?
Better be the cool bus. Who's on here?
I don't know. Bus driver don't talk apparently.
Yeah, he's silent kind of.
Damn.
Jeez.
Alright, then your bus is full. Head to the
Oh
meet me.
shit! I got it. Okay.
Yeah, get on the other bus, Louie.
What's
Alright,
up?
get her.
Yeah, I'm here now.
Your bus is full. Head
This
to
is
the
a
meet.
cool kid's
Sample?
bus.
And then once you drop them off, head back.
Okay. What's up, everybody?
What's
Yo.
up?
Give me like 3 seconds.
Is
I
that
want-
Aragon sexy ass?
I want the full tour experience here, okay?
That it
I paid
is.
20 bucks for this trip, so
You need to explain
good.
every turn you're making,
Aragon,
and what
you
street we're
sexy
on,
fuck.
and the history of it.
The history. We are on Marathon
And you better do it with your clothes
Avenue.
off.
Oh, I don't know if I could do all that,
Skip
and I'm
talking
missing
about
half my
Bahama
stuff.
Mama.
Well, apparently
We're
we have
gone.
no
We're out.
eyes.
We left.
Wait, who? We should have doubled this up.
I told you the red bus.
Do we need to go back and get somebody? Because now I can't
No,
see
they
shit.
make their way.
No.
Wish me
They'll
luck.
figure it out.
It's a cool bus. We don't wait for them slack asses.
Oh yeah.
damn.
Well, this is awkward. Oh,
We're
there it
in the
comes.
fun V, okay?
Facts, facts.
I'm allow it. I'm allow it.
Where's our party music and disco ball? God
Oh, no,
damn it.
somebody put that up
Wheels
there.
on the bus go round and round,
Please.
round and round.
I mean, you're the one buying a Lambo, Freddy. Come on, you're supposed to buy
Yeah,
the shit.
Freddy.
Hey, that was a Christmas gift.
Yeah, Freddy.
It's a beautiful
Top
Christmas
got one
gift.
too.
You know, did you not hear the,
Christmas gift on payments.
re-gifting is how it is this season, so I'll take it.
Hey,
Damn.
where's my Christmas gift?
Yeah, but it could be mine.
Just make sure you save as you finish.
I'll
your
think
life,
about
if
it.
possible.
I'll
Yeah,
talk to you
yeah, I
next
got
week.
Talk to that. Yeah, I was just gonna say, talk to me in a week, bro. God.
So we're singing. Apparently another bus is singing Wheels on a Bus too.
I had a feeling this is where we're gonna end up.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Y'all could have just told us to
And look
come
whose
here.
car is here.
For real.
Look whose car is here.
I ain't waiting.
You know what it is? They don't want all the cars here causing headaches.
Yep.
True. Wait.
Is this everybody? Everybody's off the bus. What do you mean you didn't save? All my streams only upload themselves. But I got you. Right now we're just picking up some people. They haven't been recently. Weird. Alright, yeah, I got you. No problem. I'll confirm and make sure what's going on. It might have hit too many of copyrighted music, so it automatically mutes it, and then after X amount of times, it won't automatically upload until you do it personally. So yeah, I'll take a look at it, confirm. Let's see, I think it's this way. Oh, it's a big bus, watch out! It's so weird driving this slow ass bus. Normally I drive the police cars. I need to figure out how to play the music though. That's what I want.
What are they doing?
Should have took one more turn down. Taking out a car. Of course, absolutely.
To the bus.
To the bus, everybody.
To the bus.
Is that Aragon driving?
It is, sir.
Yeah, I'll wait for the next bus.
Oh my god, I'm not that bad, sir.
Hey, if he's anything like he flies, we should be fine.
See? Thank you. At least somebody has faith in me.
Is this Jerome? Yeah,
Go ahead, Aragon. The disrespect from Stinky Dreads is crazy.
I know, it's terrible.
Just to get any more.
Yeah, take your time, take your time, take your time. I'm cool. Yeah, everybody was nicely set up at fucking the Bible School.
Aragon, how many do you have?
Not that many actually.
Okay, just wait here. We might have more people.
Yeah.
Some people are still flying in.
Makes sense.
So we're at 82. We were at 71 a minute ago. Hey, Aragon,
Yeah, buddy.
you smell.
Not as bad as your dreads, buddy.
Not as
Keep it moving. Cross the street slowly. Don't get ran over by a car.
Oh, I definitely just cut that hoe. Oops.
Can y'all hear the music or no?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Radio check. Oh, no wonder I was muted. That's why y'all didn't hear me.
There's no good radio, sir. I don't hear you.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I was just talking to my people, you know?
Nothing.
Making sure it was working. Look, I'm in the bus going to some meeting. Where y'all at? Okay. Well, I just got taken over here and told to get on the bus, so I'm getting transported there.
Excuse me, sir. No parking there. Jesus Christ, he fucking moved it.
Aragon, go ahead and go. I'll get the rest.
How are y'all doing this evening?
Oh, good.
Fantastic.
Chillin'.
Man, I can't even pass this joint.
No smoking on my bus.
This damn
Jesus.
community bus.
Look, there's a used condom back here. I think I'm okay smoking.
Dude, should better not be a goddamn used condom back in that bitch.
Oh, there definitely is one back here.
Oh, that is terrible.
Y'all gotta clean these buses.
I'll just hit it with some magic dust.
Louis and his girlfriend must have been back here.
There you go, gents
Clear.
and ladies.
Limitless cinema. Hell yeah.
You coming, sir? The one in the back?
Hey, buddy.
This way, guys. Bless you.
See why you brought my R34. Thanks. Good job, goodie. Ooh, this is fancy. Oh, what the hell? There's already hella people here.
Oh God.
It was just like, oh, you're a wizard.
This ain't the place to gag it, my boy.
You're a
Yeah,
wizard,
I was
Harry.
trying to text my shorties and they was like, nope, see you later, wizard.
This man ain't got shorties banning.
Yeah, word. He was like, who the hell does he think
Oh
he
my
is? See ya.
god, is it a direct clone? You guys are practically wearing the same pants
Oh,
and everything.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, Aaron copied me first, so.
No, actually, I had no idea what you had, sir.
Alright, as soon as
Did
this
you just
last
call him
bus
a
comes,
sir?
we'll start.
Yeah, he did.
He calls me
What the
daddy in the
fuck?
bedroom.
That is true. I thought I was going to keep it between ourselves, but apparently not.
I'm
2
telling
secs. I don't know why it's acting like that. Yeah, my eyes got stupid fucked for a second. I don't know why. In fact, my whole thing is like really weird.
I'm saying goodbye to any limitation. I'm saying hello to the God of all creation.
I don't even know where my camera is.
There are no limits with you. There are no limits with you. You're limitless. Nothing's too hard for you. You're limitless. There's nothing you can't.
I'm not a fan of the place that we normally use. I feel like it's, I don't know, man. It doesn't really feel community enough for me. It feels like
Very
in terms of-
formal.
yeah, and I don't like being above people and talking down. And I feel like this way we're all on the same level and we can just actually have decent conversation. And I can give you guys a solid update. And you know, it's just more, you know, it's more community driven. And you know, I prefer it that way. So
Plus,
I've got
this place
a.
is nice.
Ah, it's lovely. It's a lovely place. Yeah. I did put together a small agenda. I appreciate most of the time is going to be probably answering questions and stuff like that. But before I go through the agenda and bits like that, though, I think it's definitely appropriate for me to just say thank you to everybody, whether you're brand new to the city, whether you've been here for a long time. Purely simply because for me, and I always do this little lovey-dovey bit at the start, but I'm massively enjoying RPing an awful lot more over the last month or so. I'm seeing a level of RP really growing, and that's solely based on the community. Like it's growing really well. You know, the population's growing, and I feel like we're going in the right direction. You know, every time we have these meetings, I try and reflect on the one previous and what was discussed then and stuff like that, and we're coming on leaps and bounds, and it's really good to see that everyone's having a good time. Yes, there's ups, some highs and also some lows, but in the main it's going really, really well. So thank you to everybody that's whether you're part of the team or whether you're just a solid member of the community, or if you are new to the community and giving it all. So thank you. So in terms of what we'll look to cover off in this session, so I'll go over some server performance bits.
There's always one.
If someone's being immature and they're fucking around, just get rid of them. That's fine. Just kick them out. So yeah, we'll go over server performance on some of the bits that we're looking to improve. I'm going to go over the whitelist because that's shortly going to be coming in. I want to go over a couple of bits that we've picking up in tickets in terms of like voice ID and shit like that.
Who is that moron?
Yeah, what just happened?
Oh, that's the wrong woman to make that.
Oh shit!
Great job, cops. Great job.
Way to go, cops.
Yeah. What are we paying you for?
Okay, I'll carry on, but yeah, we'll just remove anyone like that. It's not a problem, right? Okay, cool. So in terms of server performance, I think it's quite clear that we've seen a little bit of lags and stuff like that over the last probably week or so, maybe a little bit more. I think there's a couple of reasons for that. One, we have implemented some Christmas bits and stuff, so you'll probably notice from Legion that I decided to take the Christmas decoration stuff out just to see if we could see some sort of improvement on that. I think we always go through this bit of a change where we bring loads of new stuff in and everything's running really well, and then we have a little setback with performance. We go back and review everything we've done, tweak and change a few bits, and then we go again. But I feel like where we're at right now, the server count is the highest for consistency it has been for an awful long time. So we're like in a position now where we're really stress testing everything. So the devs have got a fair bit of work to do to just try and understand kind of what's causing these lags, and it could be for various different things. So I know that White's looking at the house robbery script because we can see that that's being used an awful lot. Is that causing a bit of strain in different areas and stuff like that? So as always, our highest priority is just trying to ensure that we create a city that is as lag free as possible. So we're looking at that. Alongside that, we do look at the MLOs. We try and replace ones that we've got in with more optimized ones. We're going to start being a little bit more stricter in terms of some of the businesses. So if the businesses that we have in, change hands multiple times and they just continue to not be profitable or sustainable from a business owner's point of view, instead of just leaving it and just keep trying to get new people to own them, we'll look to remove them. We'll go back to the drawing board. We'll see if there's any other options, for different types of businesses of a similar nature. But the idea is so we don't just keep adding and adding and adding in. We can start removing some of the bits that we can see that aren't being utilised in and around the city. In the main, we've got most of the MLOs and stuff like that are being used. So we don't have too many that are being wasted at all. But there's always work to be done. And, that's going to be a massive focus. I say Q1, so the first quarter of next year. And that's when I go over the development roadmap for the next quarter. That's effectively the time frame that I'm referring to. So I know some of you have probably noticed that you in the Discord you may have a whitelist label. I did put together a small whitelist team, and effectively what they're doing is they're working with the admin teams to start getting the whitelist up and running. Now they've done a great job so far. We've effectively got a whitelist application prepped and ready to go. We've got the scripting and everything like that. So we can start the whitelist when we want. The plan is with the whitelist for this server is to go whitelisted between Monday and Friday, and then it will be open on the weekends. The reason, so it's been ready to go for probably a good couple of weeks now. I've kind of put a pause on it a little bit just because player count is going so strong right now. I want to just kind of see where we go for the next week or two. Maybe 3 weeks, and then look to get it in. If you're somebody who's brand new to the community kind of now, by the time the whitelist actually goes live, there's a very high chance that you would have already hit the requirements to be whitelisted, so you'll be fine. People that already hit the requirements, they won't be required to fill out a whitelist application or anything like that, so don't stress about that. Effectively, what the whitelist team do is they go through the community, go through the players that are playing within the city and active in the Discord, etc., and then they're just automatically applying the whitelist role. However, with bringing in a whitelist, right? It's one of those things. You do run the risk of slowing down the growth of the city, but hopefully we can grow the city with people that are really heavily focused on the role play, and in turn we all get better RP. So that's the idea, that's the drive. It is a little bit of a test and learn. We'll have to see how it goes, but I'm pretty confident with the community we've got right now. It's a solid group of guys and girls. I think we'll be good. We'll be in a good stead. So these are the little bits that I just wanted to kind of just cover off quickly, and these are some of the observations and some of the stuff that we've seen in tickets since the last meeting. So it's just really kind of like the do's and don'ts, and just things that you make sure you're adhering to, really. One thing for me is it's great to see that everybody in the community is focused on making sure we don't have modders and stuff like that. But one thing that we do observe quite often is if there is somebody who's new in the community that is running around as a Danny, it's almost like sometimes people turn into a bit like the RP police, and they're like, I've seen it at times when they've dragged people and and stuff like that. What I would say is just remember that these people are, they could be new to 5M, they could be new to everything. So treat them with respect. If you've got any suspicions or thoughts that they could be a modder or a hacker, just do a report. The admins, to be honest with you, it's their job, it's their responsibility to deal with these people. So just keep everything within RP, making sure that you're treating them with respect. And again, if you've got any suspicions, just allow the admins to do the job. There's no need to hold them down or fucking chat them or something like that. Just let them get on with what they're doing, and we'll do the best we can to get on it as quick as possible. We've seen a little less of it lately, but there is, still some voice IDing going on. As we can see here, some people wear masks, some people don't. People wear different outfits for different activities. People have different characters and stuff like that. So voice IDing is obviously a massive no-no. It definitely breaks immersion. It definitely breaks, the role play, and it can really kill a scene. So do your utmost to make sure that you're sticking to that policy. And if someone rolls up, to you blacked out or anything like that, you don't know that person. You don't know who's behind that mask. Obviously, there's fair questions. If you could ask open questions and shit like that, but voice ID and just keep that off the cards, man. Like I had a particular scene the other day where that really heavily relied on people ensuring that they didn't voice ID, and actually it went really, really well, and it was very, very enjoyable. This one's a big frustration of mine, if I'm honest with you, is main garage before restarts. There's way too much fucking around goes on there. You have to remember that, okay, it's a couple of minutes before restart, but you need to go with the understanding that as soon as you fly in to the second you fly out, it's role play. There's too much random shit going on there that shouldn't be happening. And what I would probably recommend with that is, tip up there, store your car, and then fly out. Don't hang around, because where people piss around, people get frustrated. It then gets heated. Then it escalates into situations and scenarios that would never normally happen. And then what we don't want is people, therefore breaking rules and possibly getting in trouble for, just a fuck around for 5 minutes. There are other garages in the city, make use of them. Use different ones. Obviously, OOC, I've actually seen a fair reduction in that, so I'm really happy with that. And I can personally say, everybody that I've interacted with, definitely over the last, solid period of time since I've been, back in the city, like proper role playing, the volume of OOC has dropped dramatically. So I'm happy with that. It's really good. But what we are seeing, and what I'm seeing in clips as well, is when people are dying, there's doing /me and then writing stuff within that. That's got to stop, because again, it's just frustration. It's frustration. You're probably writing something because you're frustrated. Just don't do it. It doesn't help the situation. Doesn't help the scenario. If you're annoyed with something, or you don't feel like something should have gone how it did, open a ticket. The guys will look at it, but don't be that person to /me and just waffle on in there. Because it doesn't help the situation. Doesn't help the scenario. Someone may have done something that you're frustrated with, but they may be unaware of what they've done is wrong. And like we say, if somebody's breaking a rule, just role play the scene out the best you can. Open up a ticket afterwards, and and we'll deal with it. But keep the immersion going, and keep everything going as it should do. to crim activity within the last 30 minutes. I think we've got, you know, a little bit of confusion around that one. So I'd want to just cover that off so everybody's on the same page. So when we say no criminal activity within 30 minutes, what we mean by that is anything that's really referring to and requiring PD assistance, you know, in terms of scripture work. So, you know, that's like starting heists, bank jobs and stuff like that. And the reason why we say that is because, you know, with a solid, good scene, it will take longer than, you know, it should take longer than 30 minutes to really execute and deal with, you know, and if you're successful in getting away, great, but if you're not and you get taken to PD, it's definitely going to take longer than 30 minutes. However, with that being said, you know, if say for example me and Scoot, you know, have had a long RP scene throughout the day, and you know he's at main, you can continue your RP scene there. You know, just because he's hanging around at main garage, you know, before storm, that doesn't mean that RP scene should stop at all. So we've had incidents where, you know, RP scenes have carried on into that time and it's gone in, you know, up to that particular area and someone's died. They've opened a ticket because they were unsure. And that, you know, they've said that, you know, I've been killed within 30 minutes, but that's fine. That's fine as long as there's a clear understanding that there's an RP scene there and there's something's actually led to that death.
No problem.
So in terms of tickets that are coming through, we're actually seeing like you know, a fair reduction in tickets, which is good to see. And you know that means that, you know, as a community we feel like, you know, people are breaking rules less and stuff like that. But what I will say is some people are really great in tickets. Fully understand that, you know, the staff team have got an awful lot in, you know, whether that's just an admin ticket or whether that is a dev ticket. You know, so, you know, I'm grateful and I thank everyone for their patience. But do just bear in mind, you know, some of the tickets, you know, unfortunately we can't get them turned around like that same day. They might take a little bit longer. If it's a ticket where there's clips, the process that we have is actually, you know, we need to ensure that there's a good amount of admins to review the clips together.
I am.
That way, you know, we get multiple people's views and opinions.
But you can hear clearly, right?
And then, you know, we come to the right outcome. So, you know, just bear in mind, tickets sometimes may take a little bit longer. You know, the guys are working tirelessly hard. We've got some mods on now, and they're doing a great job, and you know, in and amongst the tickets. Obviously, they're new to being mods here in Limitless, so it takes a little bit of adjusting for them and a little bit of learning. But you know, they're doing great so far and definitely supporting where needed. So
good,
we are getting there. So what I'll do now is go over our roadmap. Now, we had a session a little bit ago with the devs to actually start to map out what we want to achieve in the first quarter of next year. There's a fair amount there, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to high level kind of just bullet point the items that we've got logged. And like I said, the aim is to have, where possible, majority, if not all of them, you know, worked on and completed within the Q1 of next year. So these aren't in any particular order. I'll just read them, you know, as they're on the tracker. So first one's clothing. There's a lot of work that needs to be done on clothing. We've got a few, we say like clothing experts, but we've got a few people from the community that have been really, really great, and you know, thank you for helping out, particularly the girls, because let's be honest, you've had to part with Angel's bullshit. But
fuck off.
Axe. Yeah, so you know, clothing's a big thing for me. Females don't have heels, which is shit right now. I like a girl in heels. Lads' clothes are just a bit whack. So there's a fair bit of work to do. But so what we've done is effectively we're recreating a full clothing for male and female. We've got a lot of great items, you know, a lot of good stuff. So what we're trying to do is just get it in a essentially like a ready state. Once it's done, what it will do, you know, what will happen then is actually all the clothing will be retextured. So in turn, hopefully what that should do is give us a bit of a better performance in the server, because if we think here now, you know, we've got a good amount of people. Appreciate we don't normally have this amount of people in one time at any one spot, but you think majority of people here have got a minimum of 1, 2, 3 item, you know, custom clothing items on. So I want to make sure that we've got a clothing pack that is as optimized as physically possible, where at the same time giving us a good amount of variety. And I'll kind of give you an example of some of the stuff. So, Puddin, I'll call you out. Puddin actually purchased some hair for the server for you females. They were fucking expensive, I must say. But she was like, "Look, I want this hair in the server, so I'm buying it." I'm like, "Fucking hell, oh, okay, cool." So there's some lovely clothes coming in. Where we're at currently, the female stuff, they've had loads of different versions of the pack. I believe they've got a couple more reviews to do to make sure they cater for everything they want. And then that'll be ready for texture. The gentleman stuff, between I think me and Angel and Jerome, we've gone through that. We've done what we feel like is a fairly good job. We will reach out to probably two or three people to come into the test server to give us your opinion. You may turn around and say, "Alex, this is shit. I want more of this," or the city needs more of that, and then we'll work on getting that. I know that. Correct me if I'm wrong, Puddin. I think you're getting the PD stuff all together, and then we'll be looking at EMS clothing as well.
Yeah.
So there'll be new stuff like that. I know that we do also have a ticket open for every organisation here. So Devils, Goblins, and all that lot. So all of your club clothing will be going in. It will give you an opportunity though to make sure that everything is how you want it, making sure we've got all the right items in there, and it does give you an opportunity to change some of your items out should you want to do that. We are looking at bringing in a lot of new jobs, so we're going to be swapping out some of the ones that we really don't like or the ones that aren't used, and we'll be bringing in some more interactive ones. Tony's currently working on a new casino script. I know there's some bits that he's doing with the dev who scripted it originally, so he's doing some work with him. There is a new mechanic script that will be reviewed as well. Food businesses, we're looking at possibly bringing in an export option for them. And the reason why we're looking at doing that essentially is if we can give food businesses, that are actual restaurants and that, the opportunity to export food and make money that way. Hopefully in turn, for the people that want to grind, you can grind in that business and earn, some fairly good money. So, equivalent to what you would earn in some of, the job center jobs, but at the same time, you're keeping that business open. So giving more opportunity for players to be able to come into those businesses, then be open, have a bit of role play, buy the food and stuff, rather than like today we see, a business is open for 20 minutes, half an hour, and then it's shut because they're grinding off elsewhere. We're looking at a new loading screen. Some of you may have seen Tom, I don't know where you are, mate, flying around in a chopper. That was on a request of mine. So Tom is currently looking at recording a brand new loading screen for us from within the city, and then he'll edit it, and that'll be something that I've wanted a long time. I've wanted a personal Limitless loading screen. With that being said, hand in hand with that is Rockstar Editor. I know that some people have been asking for that. Don't ask me how to fucking use it. I told Tom I couldn't use it. I've had a go. It's actually quite difficult, but that'll be accessible to everyone. We are looking at usable backpacks. What else we got? Replacement of the rental car scripts. This is back end of Q3, but we're looking at possibly bringing in the fire department. Review of the news team. Some more usable props. New cars, MLOs. In terms of the cars, White's done an awful lot of handling. There's a few more coming through on the handling part of Discord, but we're going to make sure that they're all locked down, and then we're going to bring in a new set of cars as well and continue with that. New emotes. We're always going to continue growing our emote options. Mickey, you probably want some couple emotes, so we'll look at getting some of those in for you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I didn't realize you. That's the first time I ever had somebody that moderated my stream. That's actually here. Yo, appreciate that.
Some X-rated ones, please. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god. Let's see what we can do. Some new props as well. What we got?
Seems like a great community person.
We are going to revamp and change up the crafting script a little bit.
Was that you, Brittany,
We're
that
gonna, change
that
some of
moderated
that.
that?
A lot of white stuff that he's going to be working on is he's going to be reviewing an awful lot of the scripts that we've got in, seeing if there's any better options for them, looking at revamping them slightly, and export, updating, ESX and all that good stuff as and when needed. With bringing in the new clothing pack, what that should do in return is allow us to go to the most recent game version as well. So
can I just say something about that?
Yeah,
so,
can you?
So the new update will be the fuck. Hang on, just carry on talking and I'll find out which one it is.
Contract.
Yeah, the contract. So whoever's like, I know a few people have been asking for cars that's on the latest one. 5M's are always a few behind, so the latest one will be on his contract when it goes live.
So essentially, this is why we all need to kick Angel's ass to get this clothing pack done, because we want to do them hand in hand and get them done together.
Got you, fam.
So if you see him in any other Discord talking or playing anything else, tell him to sort his fucking life out and finish your clothing pack.
Jeez. Hey, I'll say it.
Yeah.
Got you.
I think I've bullied him enough.
Call of Duty.
Okay, so we are looking at
Fuck you all. Fuck you all.
I'll fight
Hey,
you
do
right
some
here,
work,
right now.
Angel.
Do some work.
Do it.
Right, so we are looking at getting a new drug processing script. I like the one we've got. There's some bugs with it. We've gone back to the developer. We've asked him to change some things that are frustrating. Even in terms of creating one drug and then you have to pick the table up, put it back down, and he's not prepared to do that. So I'm just gonna fucking get a new one. We're not getting any luck with him where we're at. White's going to look at doing some stuff with the gun stuff. So, possibly, can we have bullets that can't tie back to people and just that sort of remit. Fake license plates, they'll be in soon. Drug sales, we're going to revamp the drug sales. We're going to make it a little bit more, I don't know how to explain it, more like corner-based selling, rather than just anywhere and everywhere in the city. I know it's a bit of a frustration for PD when they're being sold in the tunnels and shit. And yeah, we just want to have a bit more role play around it, so you can lock down corners and actually grind on the corner, selling your drugs and running your drugs and stuff.
Hey, can I get a punching that PD stop?
Say again?
The guy with the red bandana that Louis that looks like dragging up. Stop,
dude.
Put a bullet in his head.
Oh my god.
Let him go, Louis.
Let him go. Yeah, he's gonna be gone.
Right, I'll carry on. Okay, cool. What we got? So PD cuffs and animation's going to get looked at. NOS script, possible new job menu. We are going to be looking at a new appearance script. So when you're making your characters and stuff like that. So some of the bigger kind of ones, we are doing going to do a full project on totally revamping EMS. We're also going to do the same with PD as well. So we're going to do full revamps on both departments. Effectively, that's going to be run by Ellis. I know he's linked in with some of the EMS guys, so he's actually trying to understand kind of what they're looking for, what do they feel is going to enhance their role play, what things are they missing. And he's going to work with them hand in hand to just, do a massive revamp and just inject a bit more fun into those areas, really. We're going to be having... so one of the things is I know a lot of people wanted new weapons. I think some of you would have seen possibly yesterday that some of the new weapons started coming out, and, in time we'll continue to bring in new ones. We will also be bringing in weapon skins. So we'll start... bringing in, the skins that we had previously, but better ones to those, so that, the guns will look and feel a lot nicer, which is pretty cool. Nice. Like I said, PD, they're going to get, some new scripts and some new, just new things that will help them, whether that's, speed guns and stuff like that. Possible documentation script, which will be pretty cool for all areas, in terms of EMS, PD, lawyers, stuff like that. Paintballing. We've got a fairly big update to Plasma to do as well. So, as you can appreciate, so everything that I've listed off there, is that guy still kicking off?
I'll kick him already.
I'm just knocked out. So as you can appreciate, there's quite a fair bit there.
I got
that's listed
band-aids.
off, and the aim is to try and get that done in the next 3 months. There's an awful lot of work to go into it. Hopefully, we'll be good. I was just knocked out.
No more fighting.
Well, he's sitting there hitting me, bro.
Go on.
So you're kicking me out of here?
Ready for the questions now, yeah?
Yeah, shoot, man.
Alright, sweet. So first question. Any thoughts on this change in the drug system back to what it was before? Reset. There's a bit more to it, but go on.
Yeah, so the drug system we had previous, like first time round was, and do they mean like where they're open to everyone? Do they mean where they were locked down by organisation?
The second part says we go over the effects of certain drugs so no one wouldn't be too powerful over another. Just thinking from an interactive RP standpoint, crims, like clubs and gangs, have business dealings that they really made them feel like underground kings.
Okay, so I'll cover off the drugs where we're at, right? So we used to have the drugs that were locked down by gangs, so each gang would have their own drug. Now, we fell into an issue where we couldn't keep creating more and more and more drugs because there's only a certain amount of perks you can have. But equally, it was unfair for the new organisations that would come in and, you know, they'd be doing really well. It's unfair that they didn't have a drug. But equally, in turn, what you wasn't getting any RP with it. So we put a vote out to the community to make the drugs public. Now, my full expectation with that was that gangs were going to lock down drugs. So whether you lock down one particular part of, you know, the collection points, maybe you lock down the table or something like that, and then it would almost become, you know, solid, decent RP. If you wanted that particular, that thing, you know, you'd have to go through that gang. You know, if you didn't get on with that gang, you go for a different gang to get that. And then there would be decent RP around it. So that was my expectation. If I'm honest with you, it really hasn't landed like that. Like, a lot of people, you know, they're all farming the same drugs and stuff like that. So there isn't any plans to go back to have them locked down by organisations. They'll remain open. Like I said earlier, we will be changing some of the processing parts, but in the main, I want to keep them open. And
I don't know.
You know, for me, I'd like to see people
Were you
role
the
playing it
female?
and locking down.
If you were the female, I
locking
wasn't
down drug
kicking you
locations,
out.
to be fair.
I was just saying no more fighting and then go on.
Okay.
About your
Ready for the next one, yeah?
business.
Yeah.
Alright, sweet. Next says, is there any thought in changing up how to get illegal weapons? Any chance in there being either a craft system or another way to get them? Not to be easily accessible, but at least a way for us to get them eventually.
Yeah.
The second part says about how it's 2 to 3 months for the cartel to show up.
Yeah. So I'll do the first bit. So in terms of getting the guns, right now I'm happy with how it is.
I have no idea.
My biggest fear when we done the rebuild that was that we flood the city with
pisses me the
guns,
fuck off,
and
though. It's like
we
we're
had
all here to
situations,
be, like,
situation like we had
serious.
before where people just didn't give a shit whether they lost them or not because they had so many. Now, if we look at where we're at today, I know that organisations have got guns, got a good amount of guns, but we don't see them flooded on the streets, purely and simply because they're not massively accessible. So that tells me that if a war kicks off, the big guns will come out, and that's how I want it. You know, I don't want everyone running around with an Uzi or you know, a machine pistol or something like that. But with that being said, I appreciate that, you know, it does take us time to get in and do them. But, you know, the volume that we sell them at when we see the organisations and stuff like that is a fairly healthy volume. So if we take the last time that they, you know, the cartel were in, they were selling 10 guns at a time to an organisation, which is actually a fair amount. And then when you take into account that people aren't always taking their guns out, so they're actually starting to get a bit of a backstock now of guns. So, you know, in time, you know, we'll be in a good position where some of the organisations will have too many guns and they'll be able to start distributing and selling themselves. And, you know, we'll get into a comfortable place. in terms of the RP of getting the guns out,